Hello folks, hope you're okay. Andy here, and welcome back into the workshop. Got a couple of new toys to play with, so I thought I'd just do a vlog on them and we'll see what they're like. See, they're all boxed up, not undone them yet, so it's surprise when we open them up. So anyway, if you're not interested in tools and that, this is just about some tools, machines. It's not particularly to do with any boat building, so you might not be interested, but if you're like me, I like to watch things on equipment and what have you that's available, and I just thought I'd put these on for anybody who's been looking at them, or you know, they're interested in them, thinking of buying something like this. That's a MIG welder, an inverter MIG welder. Oh, that one tells you what it is. Portable bandsaw. A couple of things I've been after for some time. I've got my trusty Artec 240 volt MIG, which you've seen me using on the boat when I've been refurbing the other boat, and I have used it in the workshop all the time, and I'm forever carrying it backwards and forwards from the boat, so I thought I'm going to invest in another one. In fact, I'll do a review on that Artec MIG welder, because it is really good, and they're a good company them. But these are just sort of generic things that I've seen on the internet. People use them. Just one or two reviews. I've never seen a review on that bandsaw, I don't think. This MIG set I have. It's people just unwrapping them really, but I'm going to unwrap them and that, and then we're going to use them. And this is a 3-in-1 set, and we've got MIG, TIG and stick, and according to the listing we get all the leads for it as well in here, so we'll have a look. So anyway, like I say, it's not especially to do with boats. If you're not interested, you might as well not bother watching the rest of it, because it's just people who are interested in some machines. So anyway, let's get on with it. We'll have a look. We'll have a look at this first. We'll unzip it and get out what we've got, and we'll have a look over it. So this is a 270 amp, right, MIG, TIG and stick, and it runs off 240 volt and 110 volt. So that'll be interesting to see what power we do get out on it on 110, because that's going to be very useful, because you can use it out on site and what have you, and we'll see anyway. But I will go in the workshop, in the metal shop, and we will fab some stuff up with them, and we'll see what it's like, and hopefully they're going to be good. So we'll have a look in here first. Right, got a Stanley knife, and we'll have a look what we've got. So like I say, it's a MIG 270 amp, it tells you there. The make on it is Vevor, V-E-V-O-R. They are some type of generic thing, I think. I mean, the Chinese. Nothing wrong with some Chinese stuff. The other little MIG set's fine. The Artec one, it's a good bit of kit. They're Chinese, you know. Don't disparage them just because they're Chinese. You know, there's good things come out of China as well. You know, some decent issues and decent equipment, like, you know. And we'll have a look anyway, see what we've got. So here we are. We've got a length of pipe there. That's gas pipe for the argon, for the MIG and the TIG. That's the guns. MIG gun, TIG gun in there. That's an inverter. Oh. That could be a spool of wire, I'm not sure yet. So that's it. Tommy Cooper, there's nothing left in box. We've got a user manual. Covers several sets there, up to a 250 amp one, and ours is a 270. So it doesn't actually cover this set, but they're all the same, you know. Alright, there's a description of what goes on there on the face of it. But that's not that at all. So anyway, good job I've been doing this for a few years and we know what all the things do. They're not that complicated, you know. They're not like the old MIG sets or the big MIG sets. Like I've got a big MIG set in there and a big TIG set, high frequency TIG and what have you. So these are inverters, so they're inverting the power from 240s and that upwards, and well 110 as well. So anyway, I digress there. We'll have a look what's in here. I don't think we'll be using that on anything. You won't. That's an electric shaver or something. That's now using an ornament. So we'll ditch the instruction manual and that silly little plug. Right, got a Stanley knife and we'll have a look what we've got. So like I say, it's a MIG 270 amp, it tells you there. The make on it is Vevor, V-E-V-O-R. They are some type of generic thing, I think. I mean, the Chinese. Nothing wrong with some Chinese stuff. The other little MIG set's fine, the Artec one, it's a good bit of kit, they're Chinese, you know. Don't disparage them just because they're Chinese. You know, there's good things come out of China as well. You know, some decent issues and decent equipment, like, you know. And we'll have a look anyway, see what we've got. Oh, here we are. We've got a length of pipe there. That's gas pipe for the argon, for the MIG and the TIG. That's the guns. MIG gun, TIG gun in there. That's an inverter. Oh. That could be a spool of wire, I'm not sure yet. So that's it. Tommy Cooper, there's nothing left in box. We've got a user manual. Covers several sets there, up to a 250 amp one, and ours is a 270. So it doesn't actually cover this set, but they're all the same, you know. Alright, there's a description of what goes on there on the face of it. But that's not that at all. So anyway, good job I've been doing this for a few years and we know what all the things do. They're not that complicated, you know. They're not like the old MIG sets or the big MIG sets. Like I've got a big MIG set in there and a big TIG set, high frequency TIG and what have you. So these are inverters, so they're inverting the power from 240s and that upwards, and well 110 as well. So anyway, I digress there. We'll have a look what's in here. I don't think we'll be using that on anything. You won't. That's an electric shaver or something. That's not use an ornament. So we'll ditch the instruction manual and that silly little plug. Right, let's have a look what we have got. So on the front panel, we've got MIG torch output, flux core gasless MIG welding, and solid core gas. Well, the flux core is where you don't use a gas and you've got wire that already had flux inside the wire itself, so you get a slag on top of your weld. And there you reverse the polarity, because you normally on welding your torch is positive, your earth is negative on most occasions. On flux core you have to change it round, so your torch is negative and your earth is positive, and that's how it works, flux core welding. So we've got that's as input. We've got a Euro torch in there. I don't think it's an MB25 and MB15. I'm hoping it's MB25, so that's 250 amp torch. I'm not sure, we'll have a look. And then you've got manual metal arc welding, MIG welding, lifting, or lift TIG. So it's TIG where you have to touch the material you're welding and you lift it up and then you get your arc, which is fine. It's fine for certain things. Well, for a lot of welding you can use it okay. So anyway, there's a shiny handle. What we've got there, current and voltage, that's your powers then. On side, and doors gone inside a bit to get that out. So on back, no, that's not on. Somebody's not connected that up right. So that's a normal household plug. AC 36 volts, I don't know what that is, we'll have to have a look. So that's the gas in, that's the nipple to put the gas on. Put your gas pipe on, connect to a bottle for gas MIG welding, or for TIG as well. And getting this. Yeah, I can't get that door open from there. I'll just unscrew these. Well, it's a flapping about to start with, but it's back on now. It shouldn't happen, should it? But it has. I've got a problem. It's okay now. So anyway, let's get back to having a look at it. Right. So I took a couple of catches there, lid up. So inside, that's where your MIG wire goes. So that one goes that way. So that's your feed rollers, etc. So they're quite a standard thing nowadays. You can just buy these should things go wrong with them, but they don't normally. So that's that. So have a look what we've got. We've got some MIG wire here, I think. There it is. The 15 kilogram spool of MIG wire with about a kilogram of wire on it. Seeing what size it is. I could never understand it Chinese, you know. I must have missed that class at school. Oh, 1 mil. It is 1 kilogram of wire, 1 milli diameter wire. Like I said, it's a 1 milli wire on a 5 kilogram spool. Anyway, we've got wire with it. So that's about, depending where you go. If you go to Alfred's or something for a kilogram at Tuesday, it's probably about 17 quid or something. Then you get online for about £9. Earth clamp. Which is a slightly bent. It's a bit lightweight thing, but you know, that's it, bent it back. But, so you get your earth clamp. And a stinger. So, oh, look at that, that's got some weight to press it. That seems loose. Tin. There we are, a little stinger. Wait, what's that? What we got? Couple of meters long. What cable on it? So that's his gas hose to connect up to a bottle for TIG or MIG if you're using gas or MIG. Ooh, so we're looking here. See what you could have won. So you got a couple of meter MIG gun, cable on MIG. It's an MB15 that, so that's 150 amps. And this machine's rated to 270. Will not weld at 270 all day long, not that you'd ever be using that. The bigger amps just give you longer duty cycles generally. So that's an MB15, that's a 150 amp one. That's same as on my Artec one, which is an 180 amp MIG and stick welder. But this is MIG, TIG and stick, so it's back at that. Oh. And we've got a little TIG gun, what's that, an MB17? Yeah, it's a 17. So that's fine for most sort of lightweight medium welding jobs. You can use that. And that's the gas pipe. So it's just an air-cooled one, and you've got the gas valve there. It's not a press-in one, you have to turn it on. There's no valving machine like on more expensive ones. Looks decent enough. Last but not least, in there for the MIG, for the TIG gun. So you've got to collet the threaded insert there that you put in the. Where is it? So to make your TIG gun up, we'll just put it together. Right. There's a pack of tungsten electrodes, so that's what goes in there. That's what the current comes down to melt your filler wire. So that's the sort of length you get them when they're brand new, and you put a point on that end, and the current travels down there, and it goes through this point and hits the workpiece. So that's what goes in there. So when it's a new rod, that's the gas nozzle for the front, and that's a number 6, and you get different sizes of them. You get narrow ones and you get wide ones, you get glass ones, different applications, that's what they're for. Allows different stick out to the tungsten electrode. So you put that in there, your rod goes in. And it'd have a point on it, you grind it on a bench grinder, and then that goes on like that. So, and as that electrode, as it grinds down, because you have to, the ends wear away and what have you, and if you touch what you're welding, they blow up like, so you have to regrind them. So instead of being that long, it ends up being like this long. And then you can just use a short cup, and they do different sizes of these. That's a long one, that's a versus a tiny one, then there's one in between. So that you can then use a smaller one. And also if you want to get into narrow spaces, you know, you can't have a big thing like that stuck out, you've got to use a smaller one. Anyway, that's what that's about. I'll show you some of that. We'll do some TIGging with this. We're going to use it all, MMA, TIG and MIG. We'll use it all, do a review on them all, and then do a review after a month or two or something like that, see if it's still working. Because it's no good reviewing something and you know, it hasn't been used much. You've got to use them, haven't you, to know what they're like. So that's everything on there, but what I also have bought for the TIG, didn't come with that, is this set of nozzles for the TIG. And what I wanted, oh, they're not very big, was some glass caps which are useful. So you can get into a lot of very specialist stuff with this TIG. We're just doing basic TIG welding, you know. So there's your three, you get the caps with them, back cap. So there you've got sort of 3 sides of the back cap there. So that's what we got in there. And we got that one in there with the set. And that's another intermediate one. And that's a TIG finger. Because when you TIG weld, you got your gloves on, it's very hot. It's like 4 times the heat, the power of MIG and stick welding, TIG welding. It's very intense and it gets hot. So if you're TIGging and you've got your gloves on, you have to have something to protect your hand there, because it literally will just melt you. So they're called a TIG finger. So that's a different thing anyway, so just some new toys for me, that. So this set then, is the name on it? Oh, it just says MIG 270 amp inverter welder. The make I bought this from is Vevor. They are branded as different names on the internet. There's 1 or 2 different, something like Soomsy or something, the same thing. I think I've actually seen these in red as well as another make. But yeah, there's nothing there. They don't weigh out, they're just circuit boards or whatever. Not that I know about electrics. Yeah. And I say it's 240 volt, 110 volt. So that I'll swap for the blue 16 amp plugs that we use in the workshop, and also they're used on your Marina where you plug in. So these will work on your boat, you know. Just to recap what you get then. So that's your 270 amp inverter welder, MIG, TIG and stick. It's a 3-process machine. So anyway, proof of pudding's in tasting, isn't it? So that's what you get, that. It's Vevor brand. Yeah. You get a WP17 TIG gun, air-cooled TIG gun. You get a what they call it, MB, I forget now, MB15, isn't it? Which is sort of your smaller size of MIG gun. So the 15 refers to 150 amps, it's rated up to 150 amps, so you get that. You get a gas hose. You don't get any clips to put them on though, no hose clips for attaching them to gauge or to machine. Oop. You get a lightweight stinger. That's for your stick welding. And a super lightweight earth clamp. I don't think that'll last long, it'll be burnt out. So you get your fittings for that TIG gun. You don't get a rod with it, electrode. But you do get that. It's a European plug in it. It's a travel adapter. You would not use that with that. That is total garbage. You know, that's it'll burn out. Oh, and also you get a 5 kg roll of MIG wire, 1 milli, but there's only 1 kg of wire on it. Oh, just trying to deceive us. Anyway, that lot I got direct from Vevor. They are available, you know, on eBay, and Amazon have got them on as well. Now, on Amazon, I think that was £329 in, well, this is October 2021. That was £329. I think on eBay there's something like 270ish or something. Direct from them, from the company, there were 240, which is a big difference to buy from Amazon and what have you. And it's a company that they sell all sorts of stuff, this Vevor, and it's great prices, but you know, it's buyer beware with everything. So I wasn't sure what they'll be like. I'm not sure now, but I have paid with them through PayPal, so you've got that protection from PayPal and also from card company. So 240 quid, it's worth a gamble, ain't it? You know, I've not seen anybody say that they're crap and they're useless or anything like that. They seem to get, you know, decent reviews for the equipment that they sell, this company Vevor. And I paid, they'd been out of stock, there's got loads, they must have a dozen, maybe more, different welding sets, MIG and TIG and the stick sets and what have you. They sell loads of tools and machines. So when I ordered these, I got that bandsaw and I got this, right? 240 quid. I paid for them, I think it was on the Monday, and they were delivered on the Wednesday. And that's not bad service, that, you know. Pay for them Monday, you get them Wednesday. So anyway, that's that reviewed for the opening of it anyway. So we'll test it all out, we'll get it going, we'll test everything on it, and then we'll come back in a month or something when I've used them a fair bit, and we'll see what we think about them then.